Good morning, children. After a short break of doubt classes, we are back again with our studies. I hope the doubt class was helpful to you. You have got your doubts cleared by your respective teachers of different subjects, and there are now options that on Saturdays you will get different classes, so it will be easier for you. By this time now, children, you have understood that this is the way of learning, and how long it will continue, we don't know. We can understand that now maybe in the month of September we had a what we knew that the schools would reopen. Now that also has become a big question mark. So instead of blaming, again I am telling you, please adjust with the situation and try to get much of it. Try to grab all the opportunities that you are getting through this system of learning. Instead of disturbing, instead of on the online classes creating nuisances, it's better if you try to do something, it will be helpful for you only. Now, the next thing is that results are declared. 10th board results are out. Our school has done a wonderful result of 98.4% to be the topper. So, the thing is now, children, you are now on the front line. Teachers will be expecting from you now. You have to start your preparation. And I know those who are watching the video now, my video, next year by this time they will come up saying that, ma'am, we have scored 97, 98, 96%, very good marks. And in English, 95, 96. I know that some will be topper. Ma'am, I have become the second highest. So that will be very enjoyable moment. So we are eagerly waiting. But another thing, children, to score 90% cannot be the target. To score the best of yours is the target. Try your level best. We know that this year also, even children whom we expected to be to get 95% has got 84, 85%. And I know a boy who was very depressed yesterday by getting this. Equally talented a boy who scored 81 also, unfortunately, but he was very smart. That, ma'am, I have tried my best, I don't know why it has become like that. Anyway, +2, I will try my level best. So attitude should be like that, children. Your target should be to give the best. Understood, children? Be positive. Now let us come to the okay, first one more thing, that next year when you will give the exam, you are giving in a different situation. First time it has been there that the syllabus has been deleted. Probably you will remember throughout your life this, the way you are going through the life and the way you are giving exam. Through different different types of messages, you have come to know the deleted portion of English for the coming year board exam. But being your English teacher, it is my duty also to remind you once again. Please note it down if you have not noted. I know you have noted it down, but still, let me remind you again that you have got deleted from your syllabus how to tell wild animals. Then comes your the trees, Miss Bill the otter, fog, and and Gregory. And from your footprints without feet, you have the midnight visitor, a question of trust, and the book that saved the earth. So overall, 8 chapters, means along with poem, 8 chapters have been deleted. It would definitely come to a great help for you. Next, now today we are going to do with the poem, the ball poem. When I start with this poem, the ball poem, there is a metaphorical meaning also. There is an inner meaning in the poem also. So today, children, I will try to explain the literal meaning. That means the meaning that by reading only you can understand the meaning, that is called the literal meaning. And the inner meaning or the metaphorical meaning, that I will try to explain maybe in the next class. Let me see how much I can proceed to. It is the ball poem is actually a poem regarding a small boy who loses a ball. He is very upset. A ball doesn't cost much, nor is it difficult to buy another ball. Why then is the boy so upset? That is what we have to see. We will read in the poem. Let us start. What is a boy now who has lost his ball? What? What is he to do? What is the boy now? Means what is the condition of the boy now who has lost his ball? A ball is a very precious thing for a child. In his small world of possessions, the small number of belongings that he has, one is ball, and that he has lost. What is he to do? Now he is confused. What he will do now? He has lost the ball, his possession, and he doesn't have anything to play with now. I saw it go, merrily bouncing down the street, and then merrily over. There it is in the water. Yes, I saw the ball going down. The poet watched the ball going down, and that the ball is lost. He saw that the ball went dancing, lost from the boy's hand, slipped from the boy's hand, and it danced and went into the water. No use to say, oh, there are other balls. If I go and say, oh, there are other balls, no use to say, no meaning for that. Why? Because the ball is lost now. If I say also, the ball would not come back, and how will it console the boy? Because he is already in a grief of losing the ball. An ultimate shaking grief fixes the boy as he stands rigid, trembling, staring down all his young days into the harbor where his ball went. The boy is now in a fix, confused what to do. He just only witnessed or observed or watched that his childhood, that is the ball, which was actually a symbol of his childhood, has gone. Just in front of him, he has lost his childhood to be gone and flown away through the water. His ball went. I would not intrude on him. If I now intrude on him, if I get into the situation and try to explain him, there is no use. There is no use. I would not intrude on him. I would not interfere in the situation and would not try to make the child understand that this is a loss, a ball has gone, what to do. Or a dime, another ball is worthless. Or I will not go and explain him that a ball, very nominal thing, very less is its worth, a dime only, that is, you can see dime means 10 cents. So a very nominal value is the ball. So you don't have to cry for that. A dime, another ball is worthless. Another ball can be bought from the market in place of that ball. Now, actually, it carries some other meaning. Let me explain, then I'll come back to this line again. Now he senses first responsibility in a world of possessions. In the world of possessions, where there are, when it is a world of possessions, when there is a world of belongingness, that is, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, I have to take care of this, I have to look after my own things. Yes, that is also needed. That is also needed because I have to know what my things are and I have to take care of that, my responsibility. So the child is learning to take up responsibility. So he senses first responsibility. Why he is shocked? Because he first senses his irresponsibility, that he could not carry on with the possession of the ball. He has lost it. He could not take up the responsibility of his possession. So he senses first responsibility in a world of possessions. This is in the world of possessions, his first responsibility. People will take balls. Balls will be lost always. Another ball can be bought. Again, it will be lost. The ball, again, the new ball that would be bought for the child would be a new ball. And again, that might get lost. And that would be called to be the lost ball. So it's a process which would go on. The boy will lose, another ball would be bought, somebody, his parents would buy, and again he will lose it. So balls will be lost always. Little boy, he's a small boy. He doesn't know. He knows that ball is a very precious thing for him, and when he loses the ball with all his memories with that ball. It's not a very costly thing that the elders cannot buy for him. Everybody can buy it for him. But the boy feels that he has lost his possession. Money is external. Money is an external thing. It can buy a new ball, but it cannot replace the old ball. That means the memories that were attached to the old ball, that cannot be bought by money. He is learning. Well, behind his desperate eyes, he is learning. He is growing up. He is learning the processes of life. He is learning the responsibilities of life. Well, behind his desperate eyes, he is desperate to learn about the processes of life, about the teachings of life. The epistemology of laws. What is epistemology? Epistemology means actually knowledge. So epistemology of laws, that means he is learning, understanding the laws. He has to learn the pangs of laws. He is learning that. How to stand up. But he cannot stop. He has to stand up. So he is learning that if he has lost his ball, he has to stand up again. Knowing what every man must one day know. He starts learning because one day everybody has to learn this. And most know many days how to stand up. And people, everybody, even the elders also, old people also have to know that how to stand up with this loss, losing of one thing, and how to come out from that situation. Everybody has to learn. So this is the meaning, literally meaning. As I have some time, I hope I can continue with the metaphorical meaning also. Metaphorical meaning means actually, children, straightway it is the ball symbolizes the childhood of the poet. Probably the poet is watching his childhood. Now, when we lose one thing, it is our childhood that will go away, will pass away. Even if we try to bring it back, we cannot. The past days will not come back. We will learn new things. We will experience new things. As with the new ball, the child will experience more new things, more new experiences. But what about his past experiences that were attached to the ball? That has gone, that has got lost. So the old responsibilities or the old memories cannot come back with the new thing. So the poet did not want to help the boy with the new ball, because new ball means new attachment. But what about the past attachment? Understood? So that is the important thing, that a new ball can be bought, but that cannot replace the past ball. First thing. Second thing is that the child should learn the responsibility of his own belonging, of his own possession as he grows up, how to take care of his own belongings. That is also very important. Belonging does not always mean children materialistic things. Your parents are also your belongings. You have to take care of them also. So you have to know how to maintain or how to take care of them also. That is also a learning process. So it is not only that you have to learn or take care of the materialistic things, you have to learn to take care of the internal things. Money is external, something which is not cannot be purchased with this materialistic thing. That love, that sense of responsibility, that also you have to learn as you grow up. So that is the poet wants the child to teach. So he senses first responsibility. Ball was his first responsibility. Small world, small things, few number of things. But the learning process starts that I have to take care of my own belongings. He senses first responsibility in a world of possessions. People will take balls. Balls will be lost always. Little boy. He's a little boy. As he grows up, step by step, different things will come and different things will go. He has to learn things that are to be taken care of, possessed of. Along with that, he has to learn that few things will go. You cannot repent for that. What is lost is lost. Yes, we should be careful about that, but we have to learn to accept the loss. We cannot cry or we cannot go on complaining about the loss. We have to learn how to stand up and cope up with the present situation or the changed situation. You have to learn that. Situation wise, you have to change yourself. The small boy also have to learn, also means all children, small children, all have to learn this, that what is lost is lost. Slowly you learn. If you go on complaining now that this year how nicely this year students have given the exam, so nicely they got the scope, many have not have to go give the test also, different exams, how unfortunate we are that next year we have to give all the exams, etc., etc., etc. No, we have lost so many days, the situation was like this, how could we study? No, you have to cope up with this situation. That is learning of life. That is the epistemology of loss. The situation, that school classroom situation is lost for you for 1 year. You have to learn with the new situation. That is your epistemology. That is your knowledge that you have to gain. And you must know how to stand up. You have to learn how to cope up and come out of that situation, knowing what every man must one day know. One day or other, you have to learn this. If it's better you learn fast. As fast you will learn, it will be better for you to deal with your life. If not you learn today, tomorrow you have to learn. So knowing what every man must one day know, and most to know many days how to stand up. And everybody has to know that how to stand up. Most to know many days. Mostly people have to know after a long learning that you have to stand up. You cannot go on complaining. So there are two things you have to learn. That things, how you have to possess or how you have to take care of your belongings. That is one knowledge that you have to learn, and you should take care that it is not lost. But if things are lost, you have to learn how to cope up with that loss. Actually, here the ball is a symbol of the childhood. Childhood is lost, and for that you cannot cry. You cannot cry over the spilt milk, which is gone is gone. You have to know that childhood will pass away, and you have to, it's a learning process. You are coming up with new things to learn. You are growing up, so that is also you have to learn. This is the inner meaning of the poem. Okay, children, hope you have understood. Now there are always scope, to clear your doubts. So try to understand that, and keep your doubts aside, keep your doubts ready. When the doubt class would be, I would come up to you and I will try to explain you with my own sections, and other teachers are also there who will explain it to you. And for all of you, scope is there through your campus care and through your English group. Thank you, children.